First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Detroit Lions. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
On the ready.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine. In your face.
Get it.
On first down, Costello gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Costello. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
51's the mine. 51's the mine.
Ready.
To throw on third down, Costello. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is fielded at the 7. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
Got it. Check white 47. Check white 47. Here we go.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big run there by Johnson. 71 yards. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it's It's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Costello, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Costello, flush to his right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 29 yards. First down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Set, ready, 30 base. 61, matchbox, lights.
Get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Set, 60 Pittsburgh.
53, Mike, 53.
X3, get it.
On the ground, this is Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. What's good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
That's it, buddy. We don't work.
At their own 46-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
Ready. 8, read.
Check 53. Watch the pass.
They go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello on the check down. He finds Kamara. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 1st and 10, Costello. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, a 22.
Set up, 50, plant.
Let's go. Watch twist. Watch twist. Check.
Protein spill.
Kill.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come out here in the eye. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. They'll run it with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
2nd and 5. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
A big play there out of Kamara, 45 yards. And a big run there against the worst rush defense in the league. They're number 32 of 32.
And they're ranked that for a reason. And we're really not surprised to see a big run occur against them, are we?
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
2nd and 6. Forced out to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Down. 10-2 stop.
Cut.
And to give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Ready?
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Costello flushed out right. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And Lutz puts this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Able to get away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, will step aside. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Check 13. Check 13. Check 31. Check 31. Back. Shoot. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Check the backer. Check the backer. Hot route. Hot. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3. Watch twist. Whip. Watch the whip. Speed grip.
Off the draw. Here's Johnson. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
3 down.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
18 Gator. Hey, seam 6.
On first down, Thomas. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Thomas on 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. In for the score. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Costello. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Costello. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Costello. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. picked by Tracy Walker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Thomas. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Throwing after the interception. Thomas. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Thomas to throw again. Got an open man, it's Ratley. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Check 9, check 9.
5.
Now it's him carry for Johnson. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
6-6, pull it high.
Check 99. Check 92.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Kamara. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to throw. Costello. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too in the NFL. They're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. Thomas now operating from the gun. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go to Johnson again. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now Thomas. Off play action. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Now, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, end result, touchdown.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Here's Thomas. He'll let it go deep for Foster. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposite. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one by the line of scrimmage.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Thomas. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
You draw Parker. Hurry, shoot.
On third down, Costello. Escaping the pressure right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. He'll let it go deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Robert Foster with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Bullock good on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies, and under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Deshaun Hand able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Bravo. Ready.
Looking to throw. Costello. Man open, he's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And again this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Tight down. There you go. Watch the safety creep.
Check. Recon. 152 fighter.
He's coming.
Bear.
A 10th carry for Kamara. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of